everyone, welcome back. We are at Docklands right now, and James hit me up on Instagram and asked if I've ever been to Newport skatepark. Why, James? Yes, I have. It's been 20 plus years, but I definitely have. He also suggested riding along Williamstown Beach, which I've been meaning to check out too, so that's what we're going to do today. And here it is on the map. We're going to take the veloway to Newport skatepark, and then we're going to end up at Williamstown Beach. The last couple of ride talks, I went out west, I caught the train out and rode back. But yeah, it was close enough today where I could just ride, and I couldn't be bothered dealing with the train, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I'm not too cooked by the time we get to the skate park. If you're wondering where my skateboard is, it's just in between my backpack on my back, so yeah, it should go alright. And we are just riding towards the veloway. We're almost there. But yeah, it's been warming up in Melbourne. Got a few sunny days here and there. 17 degrees today. Hopefully the sun stays out by the time we go to Williamstown Beach. But yeah, with Melbourne you never know. But it seems like the sun will be out. But either way, pretty nice day, so good day for a ride. Sometimes when the weather's been bad, it's easy for this weather to make a choice for you, because when it's sunny you're like, yep, got to go out, otherwise you don't know when the next sunny day is. But in summer, when it's all nice days, you're just like, I'll just do it tomorrow. Funny how it works like that. So yeah, yesterday I got this bike ready. I decided to take the giant ATX out today because it's aluminum, it's pretty light, it's pretty fast, and it's 3x7. And I also changed out a few things. I changed out the tires to slick tires. I had the Ultra Dynamicos on there, but now I've got the Theory tires. Since I'll be on all pavement anyway, I think it'll be good for a pretty fast ride. The tires are labeled 2.35, but I think they're probably more like 2.2. And then I changed out the turbo saddle. Love me a turbo saddle, comfy for me. And then bottle cage, of course. And I think that's it. I switched out the Vertec pedals. They had DMR pedals, but I put the plastic Vertec pedals on because they have a big kind of platform to it, so it makes riding really comfortable. And that's basically it. I was going to put a 0 setback seat post on it, but then it just got too much. I didn't want to fiddle around anymore, so kind of just ran with this. And yeah, so far so good. The first thing I noticed was it was really light on the front end because of the really short bars and long stem and nothing on the front. So you could ride no hands, super easy, and then the slicks made it super quick too, which was pretty fun. I'm still getting used to the long kind of reach because I'm so used to sitting up more. But yeah, I think we'll have to stretch over time. And then yeah, just coming off the veloway, the cracks wasn't too bad with the bigger volume tires this time for some reason. I guess because of the lighter front end as well. You might have noticed I just took my hands off the bars when I went over them, and it was fine. But yeah, overall it's pretty good. I think I actually prefer riding the opposite way because it's a little bit more downhill. But after you get about halfway, it isn't too bad. So now that we're in the west, we are basically riding the opposite direction from last video. And I know there's a big bridge coming up, and I didn't want to take that, so I want to take a little bit of a different route. Just checking my phone here, but basically it's telling me just to go right. I thought you could follow the river all the way, like right next to the river, but Google Maps is taking me this way, so I'm going to go this way because there's also a bike path here. And then basically you just take this road all the way down. What I find interesting about this road is there's a bike path here, but then there's also a bike path on the road as well, so you can kind of take your pick. I would say the bike path that is on the footpath is a little bit more bumpy and stuff because there's a lot of roads, there's a lot of intersections. So I can definitely see why people prefer taking the road to be a little bit quicker. However, you do get cars in the bike lane and trucks or whatever, so and then the cars go pretty fast on the right side of you as well, so yeah, you gotta basically pick your poison. That's the bridge I came down from the last video. It's pretty cool looking at from the outside. But yeah, we're just gonna keep going straight, cut along here. Here's mostly kind of like an industrial area. You can see all the shipping crates and stuff like that. I decided to go back on the footpath right here because yeah, there's too many cars going back. And then basically you reach here and the bike path ends, but you can turn up and then the bike path continues. Just a little bit of uphill, not too bad. Pretty easy going uphill on this bike actually. And then there's this little funky section where I don't think bikes are meant to ride on this small section, but then it goes back to the bike path again. So yeah, what can you do? This is also the same path that I took to Science Works, so if you want to go to Science Works, this is the same direction. Pretty easy to get to, I think. I took the e-bike there, so less pedaling. Actually, a real funny story with Science Works. I went there with my kid and then we were just waiting in line to buy a ticket or whatever. It was super busy during school holidays, and someone recognized me and yeah, knew of my YouTube and stuff, and it was funny. It was really crazy because he was actually from Philippines as well. So he was kind of just visiting with his family, and then they were going to go up to Sydney or whatever. But yeah, super crazy that he came to Australia and then saw me at Science Works, out of all places. And I was quite shocked as well because I thought for sure, yeah, it wouldn't happen. But it was pretty funny. We ended up getting a photo and stuff. But yeah, pretty funny and quite wholesome. On the right here is the Stony Creek walk, but the bridge is actually closed, so you can't go all the way through. They're just working out or whatever, so it looked like it would have been a good ride because it goes along the water, but yeah, you got to go this way, and it kind of goes under the Westgate Bridge, which is above us, and then links back up here. But yeah, what can you do? The bridge is pretty cool though. This is the underside of the bridge, and you can see the walk just there on your left. If there's actually a way to get on it, yeah, definitely let me know. I know a few people ride past here, so yeah, would love to suss it out. After you turn a corner, we're basically riding right next to the water. You can see all the shipping boats on the left, cargo containers, cargo shippers. And then there's this section here where you can choose left or right. I decided to go right just because I thought it'd be a bit smoother. But then after riding on this for a little bit, I saw other people riding on the path on the left. Yeah, usually I try to look around to see where people are riding, and yeah, it's kind of like the same as food. People probably used to a certain track, and if you're out of town, you can kind of see where the popular places is. So I kind of pulled over here, and then you can see the city in the background, which is quite cool. And then there's this little track they can go on. That's why you always got to be paying attention, looking where you're going, see what else there is. I'm glad I actually turned off here because after crossing this bridge, it's actually really nice. You're kind of like right next to the water, and there's no cars, you're away from cars. And then there's a bike path, kind of like a dedicated bike path. I think the path is pretty old. I also crossed here on the grass because there's another bike coming. I didn't want to slow down, so exercising my free will. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked I didn't miss too much of the section and was able to get on straight away. But yeah, you can see here, yeah, pretty open, lots of kind of ovals and stuff, and yeah, right next to the water, which makes it super nice. They got that fence there, but yeah, what can you do? Here, the section, the fence ends, and you can see, yeah, super nice. You can see the ocean there with the boats, and actually quite a lot of people were out, so a lot of people riding and running and just soaking up the sun. And I think if I took the other way along the road, it wouldn't be as nice. So yeah, this is definitely loving this path right here. See a biker chilling there. But yeah, all the rocks. And it basically just leads you into Newport Park, I believe it's called. So yeah, there's all kind of different walkways around here, but also the skate park is kind of really close to here. So I was just kind of looking up where to go, and I think I went a little bit just off the path a tiny bit, so I decided to exercise my free will again and just cut across the grass and yeah, just ride. You don't always have to stay on the path they give you. You can just always go off, make your own path. And you can see here, I can just see the skate park in the distance, so I'm just going to cut straight across. I'm not sure what this club is, some type of club, maybe some athletic club. But yeah, we're basically almost here. You can see there's a playground on the left. And then just straight ahead, here it is. 20 something years later, we are back. Alright, here's the rig. If it's windy, I'll re-record it, but we'll see how we go. But yeah, basically it's a giant ATX, and I built this one up, did a little resto on it, but it has Mountain LX on here, which is pretty sick, except for the brakes are different. The tires are pretty sick, really quick, and no complaints. I would say the position stretched my back out a bit, but I got used to it riding here, so it wasn't too bad at all. This is a 135 stem, so pretty long, 54 TT, and then a little step back on the saddle. I had to change it to the turbo. The turbo is comfortable for me. I know it's not comfortable for a lot of people, but here it is. And then here, got Mountain LX, front and rear. Got the water bottle and bottle cage. Got the Burtec pedals, pretty good. And then 3x7. Yeah, overall pretty sweet. Should I keep this one? I don't know. I might get a 700C fixed gear. Swap this one for it. See how we go. It's pretty nice though. Once you ride it a bit, you want to keep it. Alright, here's the skate park. Nice little pan. So coming here, the first thing I noticed, it was like way rougher than I had imagined in my head. I thought it was just way smoother, but yeah, it's definitely worn down over 20 years. They got this little curved ledge, which was my favorite thing to skate. And then they got a little quarter pipe, a little bank to ledge up here. There's a little different angle to it. And then you can see some of the sections have been painted that dark grey, which is a bit smoother. A little mini ramp here, a little ramp, and then they got this manual pad which kind of like seesaws. It's like super loud. I don't know how anyone can skate it. Just like makes so much noise. And then here's the bottom section, kind of like a rampy bowl section, and then there's a down rail there. Here's the rail from the top. It's actually curved, but I guess it's hard to see on camera. A little sticker there, classic skatepark antics, and playground across the way. And also on the other side there's a little track, or a big track I guess, so people probably do athletics and stuff here. And then there's this big smokestack thing, and then the coping here has notches, which is pretty unique, and it sounds pretty cool, but I'm not sure who did it, because it doesn't look like it's done from the council, because it's kind of just whatever done. And then there's a manning pad and then the flat rail. But yeah, we'll have a skate. That's basically it. I was pretty cooked by the time I got there, actually. I just felt tired the whole time. But yeah, it ended up being pretty fun. And today's sponsor is Solo Energy. Just kidding. I got these for free riding through the city. They've given them away. But yeah, it kind of tastes like an energy drink, so not that good. I thought it'd be cool to show you the water bubbler. This one is slightly older than the one in the previous video. You can see it has more of a softer type of feel to it. I think the newer one has kind of cleaner lines, but yeah, it's interesting who comes up with these though. But yeah, it has the same dog dish on the bottom. Now we're off to Williamstown Beach, and yeah, what happened was basically my power pack ran out of battery because I had it plugged in to my GoPro and it kind of just drained it because I didn't pull the cable out or whatever. I thought it would turn off by itself, but I guess it didn't. So I was able to get my GoPro battery and put it in, but it wasn't fully charged, so we'll see how we go. And yeah, my phone was almost out of battery too. It's quite funny though, because I think the last few videos I had battery issues too, and there's nothing worse than you're out filming a video and you can't film anymore. And it just reminded me of the kind of process of things and how to improve in general. It's very rare that you'll do something first try and knock it out of the park and have it be perfect and, you know, no issues, whatever. It's just completely unrealistic. And often you have to try many times before you can iron out all the details. But I think a really important thing to do is always try to finish something to its fullest of your ability when you can. So even just talking about bike builds, or for this video, I'm just going to try to finish it and make the best of what I got. And the reason why it's important to finish something, or at least try to finish something, is a few reasons. I think the first one is by finishing it, you kind of take a stab of every part of the process versus just certain parts of the entire project. So if you're talking about a bike build, you might get up to a certain point where you're like, I'm sick of this, I'm not going to finish it. But then you miss out on certain skills that you could develop at the end. And I think it's often when you're sick of it or you don't know how to finish it is actually the point where you're actually going to learn something or try to figure it out. And I think the power of this is basically when you complete it, it acts as kind of this idea of compounding skills. So if you finish a project and whatever skills you learn in that project is going to help you for your next project, even if the project is completely not related, some of the skills you have learned will carry on to a different type of project. And even for me, after doing, I think I've probably done like 30 of these Rye Talk videos, you tend to kind of work out what works best or what works for yourself. And I'm actually still learning stuff, like, yeah, this whole battery thing is going to be a little problem I got to solve, but it actually does like unlock a few more skills or things that I could use for future videos. So I think most people think of projects, or when they do a project, is kind of singular, and they're like, okay, this project is this, and then I'm going to learn this, and then this is done, and I'm never going to think about that again. But if you think about it in a way where it carries across to other things, then you can kind of do kind of more of a more gradual accumulation of skill versus just a one-off thing that you're going to get straight away. I think, yeah, a lot of people think of kind of like short-term gains versus long-term gains, and yeah, just building step by step and thinking it in that way is gonna be what I found anyway, is like way better in the long run. Also, if you kind of trust the process and order things, you're not stressing yourself out, you know. It creates a lot less stress, and you're not trying to have everything or work out everything in just one hit. And I know a lot of people have bike builds out there where they're unfinished, but if you just keep chipping it away, doing one step at a time, eventually you'll have something that is completely finished, and then you can enjoy it and learn a lot more in the process, and you can carry all your skills to the next thing. You can see here that I've already ran out of battery, so I'm just filming with my phone, trying to make the best of what I got. But you can see there's Newport skatepark. I basically rode down to the "You Are Here" point, and then we're going to ride to Williamstown Beach, which is a little bit further. And yeah, it's a really nice ride around here. It's right next to the ocean. You can see the path is super awesome. You got all the rocks there, the ocean, and it was also the sun came out again, so it was just beautiful. Definitely want to do this ride again when I wasn't stressing about my battery. It's funny, I actually forgot to mention that I had to wait like 20 minutes because my phone in my pocket or something, and I was trying to charge it with the power pack and gave an error and locked me out of my phone for 20 minutes. At that point, I thought about just bailing the video and just just calling it, but I was like, I just wait and just try to finish it because I'm already 85% done with the video, so I should just try to complete it. Here's the footage from just the iPhone still going on, and you can take this path. There's a little gravel path that's closer to the water, and then there's a bike path that's a kind of parallel to it but a little bit closer to the road, I guess. And I just took the gravel path because there was almost nobody on it, but you can see there's like cool trees and pretty serene stuff. Even a little off-road trail here. It was kind of hard filming with one hand and holding onto the bars because basically your ass just gets sore, especially because of more of a forward position on this bike. But I just kept carrying on. It ended up being like super nice. I'm so glad I did it because this section towards the beach is super nice, and I just would have missed out on it if I didn't keep going on. And at this point, I just want to give JP a shout out. He actually hit me up. He's a private person, so I don't want to share too much, but he gave a nice donation and just thanked me for appreciating my videos. So what we're going to do with the donation is I'm going to fix the battery problem and get a power pack. So now I should have 2 power packs, and hopefully it alleviates that problem. But sometimes you gotta reinvest in yourself, and I figure I make so many videos anyway, I think it's worth it. So big shout outs to JP, appreciate it. You can see here we're at Williamstown Beach. There's a little ice cream shop, an old school ice cream shop if you want to get some, and looks like there's a restaurant right there next to the beach. It actually is pretty quiet over here. There is a playground across from the beach, so if you have family or kids or whatever, you can go there, maybe have a barbecue or whatever. And then there's also this cafe which I saw, which had a bunch of people in it, so it looked alright. And it looks pretty cool. I've never been to this Williamstown, even though I've been in Melbourne for ages. I'm glad I took the trip to do it and check it out. I definitely want to ride more along this trail in the future, but overall it ended up being pretty good, even though I ran out of the battery. Let me know what you guys think. Hope you liked the video, and as always, I will catch you next one. Peace.